come and join us. I've lost my microphone, but we'll be alright. Right, so we are doing a video today on the Freelander 2 glove box. Come closer, Zach, or we'll lose my voice. So when you open your glove box, it should go down all smoothly and nicely. Not like that. It's a bit fast, hasn't even got anything in it. Which is good for efficiency. If you want to get there quickly, that's good. Right, now, the problem is that Land Rover have a little damper. Now this is the same damper used on a Ford Mondeo. We don't mind Fords, do we, Zach?
No.
No. Right, and it is a little damper like this, and as you go down, this little arm comes, and it just stores some energy, and it gives you a nice slow motion, and they're great. And they used to be like £15 each, which was not bad value for all that, but now they've gone up to like over £100 for these, which is a lot. This inflation thing is getting out of hand. So, right, so a few people have written to us and said, you said in your video on how to replace these were not expensive. What planet are you on, Simon? And I said, oh, you're right, they've gone up a lot. I'm sorry, but you know. And they said, well, look, it's only this little clip bit at the end that's broken. So it's got these two little ears, and we'll see where these locate it in a panel. And these break off, apparently. So they said, well, can't you just 3D print this? Well, we sort of tried doing that, but we've come up with a kit, haven't we, Zach? We've come up with a kit. Zach has designed this kit with some input from me. And this is the repair kit. So we are going to show you how to repair your, whatever the word is, your rapid glove box descent to a nice smooth one without giving Land Rover £100 of your money. That's the plan, isn't it, Zach?
Yeah.
Right, so let's put that one back all nice, because that's worth 100 quid, Zach. Blimey. Right, put that away. Right, if you want the part number, if you don't believe me, Zach is going to zoom in on the part number. Don't go too far away, Zach, they won't be able to hear me. Right, there you go, that is it. Right then. Okay, so you're going to need to know how to dismantle your glove box. I've already done the video, but I'll do it again. So you have to open your glove box, take all your stuff out. You then need to squeeze this side in and this side in and go, "Urgh!" And then that will allow it to drop down like a second stage. And then you need to give it a little pull towards you, like so. And then the whole lot will come out. Now, be careful, because if you have a nice smooth opening glove box, if you do this, you will probably rip the bit that fixes this to a little hole under here. And we'll see if we can get under there in a minute. I'll have to get out the way and we'll let that. But they've actually put a little hole in there. I don't know. And what you can do is you can push this here. I'll show you both ways. Like, what you can do is you can lift that, and this, you can remove this. So I think they've put the hole. So if you have a nice slow opening one, you can reach in from the glove box and you can disengage it like that. So you can then open the glove box without stressing this. So you can see this is the lever here, and you can see it's got a little hole at the end. So you will be left with this, probably with a bit on the end. Let me put the glove box that way, with a bit on the end. And if not, there is a little square hole under here, and you'll have the end of it. And what you've got is just, I mean, it's just there where my finger is. Probably can't see a lot, the light is, but there's a square hole there. I'll put my little pink fingers behind it, and underneath you've got those two little arrowhead bits. You've got to squeeze them together and extract that broken clip. I'll put the picture of the broken clip on the screen now so you can see it. We did have the broken clip, didn't we, Zach? It was on Zach's monitor, but it's lost apparently. Right, so what is this kit all about, Zach? How did we make this work? Right, so you have got an outer and you got an inner bit. We iterated this. You got 2 bolts and a dome nut. So let's get this right. So the first thing you need to do is you need to take one of the bolts and plop it through there and make sure he seats in. All right, now there's a reason for this slightly complicated design, but what that does now is that now forms a captive nut, and then we can put this on top. You're going to make sure it pushes down. All right, there you go. So it's completely in. So we've now got this bolt captive, not a captive bolt, not a captive nut, right? And then what we can do is we can grab the other nut, bolt. I've got my nuts and bolts all the tip of the day. Right then, and what we've got to do is we've now got to get this hole, and it doesn't matter which way you do it, that way or that way, it's all the same, and it doesn't matter which way we go through, does it, Zach?
No.
Right, and we've got to wind that in, 8mm socket, and it should, you can see on that side, Zach, all line up. I'm gonna have to buy another microphone. In my trip to France, the microphone's disappeared somewhere. No playing with Range Rovers. We're working on the Freelander 2 today, aren't we, Zach?
Yeah.
No playtime for me. Right, so that is there, and that is all in now, and that is, you're starting to get the idea of it. And now what we should have is a nice dome nut. You reckon this is right to you, Zach?
I reckon.
He reckons. And that dome nut is going to go, I reckon you're right as well. Look. And that's going to find a nice, now you could put a bit of Loctite on that if you wanted, because it's not a nylock nut, is it?
No.
But Zach's got the bolt length and the thickness right, so that if we tighten that, it shouldn't squash the plastic, should it? It should just grip onto the thread, because we got that sort of, so it should still dangle relatively freely, because it needs to move, doesn't it? It needs to move. Right, so you can now see, and then in the pot we have got, now do we need a washer on the bottom of that one, Zach, or we think we'll be alright? We'll have a look. We'll have a look. Right, so that is now ready to put on. So we can poke that bolt through the square hole under there. We need this facing towards the right hand side, and then we can go underneath, and where we see the bolt coming out of that square hole, we can put that wing nut on. Right, should go nice and tight. So now we have got this lever that can slowly damp. Now all we have to do is put the glove box back in. So you need to get it that position there, and then make sure it's between the little, it's got these little fingers here, you can see where it goes in between there and there. So line it up, you can't have it too far down, it's got to be almost touching up here, and then push it forward. There you go, it'll clump in, and then you've got to retract your damper here, and you can come here, feed it in.
There you go.
There you go. I just wasn't pulling enough. Right, then you've got to squeeze those sides back in. Right, and then we should be all done. There you go, that's not too bad. They're for sale on the website. I'll put the link in the description. Let us know if Zach's done a good job with that.